right, here we go again. So, what is covered, as long as a foreign nation isn't physically paying them or a criminal enterprise physically paying them, what is covered is derogatory information about specific subject matter of the president, all that kind of thing. If, probably are just, probably squirreled away. Were paid 3 years ago by Iran or 10 years by Iran to be this if this ever happened. And then afterwards, they'll pay them again. What isn't covered is psychological methods designed to adulterate and harm the psychology of the citizens of the United States. And that's what they're using. You're not going to be able to fight bad news about Trump unless you see payment, at least you see communication and deals being made. Even if money doesn't change hands, it's still a criminal conspiracy. I would say a criminal conspiracy to commit acts of espionage. But newsfeed after newsfeed, no, it's not about me. I know what you're doing. Newsfeed after newsfeed will have negative information and it will depress people. I'm wondering if Joe Kent received, like, Tucker. I mean, people may be stupid. Tucker Carlson isn't necessarily smart. Joe Kent isn't necessarily smart. They're propped up. Well, they may have caused them to be depressed. No, I was never paid anything. So it's when you're paid, and I'm not even paid now. I mean, these people have real lives. You have an obligation to just kind of roll with the punches for the source of that wealth. Again, if there's no crime going on, obviously the crime is coming from the Democratic Party. Oh, well. Looking for my drink, my electrolyte drink. It's here somewhere, but I don't know where it went. So again, the activity that they're engaged in is just designed by military science, which includes CIA, to depress people, to alter the mood. You can do it both ways. So when let's say it was a presidential election, as soon as a Democrat gets in, then they make everybody happy with happy news feeds. It could actually be worse. And they may, you know what? Somebody might be paying them. It may have been done while to get Trump. And again, the idea is the people that I think are manipulating this just want upheaval and that back and forth in the United States. I think like Russians and people like that are paying nations like that. Well, most people that get positioned today work for money and that's it. They have no scruples. I mean, you think Adam Schiff has scruples? He sits there all day talking about scruples. Pritzker speaks about scruples and values. They have no value. They have no scruples. Pritzker's playing a game. He's upping the wages but causing inflation. And he says, I'm here to save you again with the second round of wage increase because it's so expensive. But it's the wage increase that's doing it. So again, I told you years ago that they were doing this type of thing. Their goal is definitely to destroy the United States as it is and in place a government like Iran. Whether it's secret society or not is neither here nor there. They love that idea. Committing as many crimes. Just think about Swalwell. He would definitely back an Iranian government because he'd be part of the Iranian government and nobody could say anything about his sexual trysts. And I guess he's some sort of, he's into violence with it. Again, Omar, not Omar, Omar, Ilhan Omar. She would love an Iranian style government because she'd be part of the government. Nobody could say anything about her stealing all that money. So now we're supposed to believe that she's actually poor because she has losses. I mean, they came up with defense. Just say you have losses and you don't have any money. sounds like a Pelosi scam. Whether you have money or not, they gave you that money, and you're definitely not a poor person. She still has assets in the business, and that may actually, representing that she's poor might actually be a worse fraud than what was going on before, because she was only a periphery member of it. Well, I believe. I mean, she may not have been. Might be a new fraud. I'm actually poor. I don't have millions. So again, those people are lying to you all. They want an Iranian government because they're in the government and will be part of it. They want a Sharia government. Sharia government is just like Soviet Union. Soviet Union wasn't communist, and Sharia government is not an honest government. It's not even an Islamic government. It's the same thing as the Soviet Union, just a bunch of muckety mucks using some ideology to enslave everybody and make themselves rich. And make themselves anti-powerful in reality, but what would generally be called powerful. So they are engaged in psychological warfare. I was looking, I'm like, and then what they do is they put like all these illnesses in there. They'll put heart attacks, cancer. every time you look, it's just another depressing thing. It's not real because it wasn't there like 8 months ago. So I know what you're doing. And you time it also, no, because they're going to try to say it's about me. It's not about me. You're doing it to a lot of people. You made people angry and upset because you just kept running news feed after news feed of negative data and negative things such as death, maiming. Nobody gets to get married anymore. It's all over. Blame Trump. But Cash, that's a good one, where he sues them, because that's a way to fight the psychological operation that at least comes against him, and again, maybe some other people also. Well, CIA's tried to overthrow the United States and install an Iranian government. That's really what's happening. Because they'll be part of the government. They won't have to worry about their crimes. The party that was 2 years ago speaking about MAPS, minor attracted people, 6-year-old trans people, they're in cahoots with the Sharia party. Isn't that nice? That just shows you how corrupt both of them are. And now they're running they're going to bring the handmaidens out, the Puritan women. Me too, me too, me too. What do you mean, me too? It's a big scam. They're doing it's the spies. What they'll do is they'll swing everything left and loosey-goosey sexually in all places, and maybe use GHB, right, to sexualize people. And then at a certain point, they reverse the polarity, and then they'll reverse it again. So if you're like a prude, then you're weird. Like when Biden was president, the spies are doing it. Believe me, has nothing to do with anything else, and they get paid each time to upset the apple cart. Again, who's also providing money? Russia, China, narcos. Spies are the biggest pieces of defecation that have ever been on this planet. They will go to hell, no matter how many churches they own. So again, that is another felony crime, criminal conspiracy being played out every day in our news feed, in our social media feeds, et cetera. So I don't know. I don't know if I saw it in my social media feed. I'd have to look. I'm sure X is going that direction. So somebody commented, this is the bullshit. And like Elon's part of it. Oh, marijuana and cannabis is good for you. Well, it can help you if you have some specific illnesses that outweigh the damage that cannabis causes. Cost benefit. If you smoke cannabis your whole life, you will have certain ailments from that cannabis. In fact, some people get sick very quickly. If you're not careful, you'll have a psychological disturbance and jump out the window, ram your car into a wall, kill yourself, kill your family. It's already been proven. They were on nothing other than cannabis from the store. So if somebody wanted to tell me that cannabis never killed anyone, the first year they legalized it in Colorado, somebody ate too many gummies and jumped out the window. The first legalization of it ever in Colorado, where they're making billions of dollars. Guy eats a pack of gummy cannabis, whatever it's called, edibles, and he jumps out the window. So again, there is a reason for it to be legalized. One, they smuggle it anyway. Might as well tax it and be able to do something about it. But again, the restrictions were too loose. I guess Oklahoma is even toughening it up right now, or at least applying what they passed. And they were like all these Chinese people. I mean, something doesn't seem right, right? Right. I just can't imagine what this country's going to be like in 5 years. They'll probably just get taken over. Like not 5 years, but like 10 years. They'll probably just get taken over by China or something. And then say we should have listened to them. They probably won't even care. They'll just be brainwashed some more. Well, this is better than having Trump as president. Oh, well, yeah, I remember when we used to have food to eat, but at least we don't have to listen to Trump killing babies in Iran. And the Jews doing what the Jews want. It's all a scam. Tucker's got something going on. I can see it in his face. Somebody's operating him. Your spy, I believe the spies are not working for Trump. I believe they're working for Brennan. I really do believe that. You may have some, but I think that's what's going on. It'd be great if you could bring a couple cases against a couple spies, like big ones. Jajujic, like rest of their life in prison. I'm sure they're working for Brennan. They'll just act stupid. Some are stupid, I admit it. I mean, I'm not going to take that away from you. They're propped up, man. They just kill people instead of doing what they're supposed to do in psychological warfare against the enemies of the United States. They take contracts for Kroll and other people, and again, vice versa versus vice, and they take people out. I guess Kroll's an old name at this point. He's kind of retired, I guess. But again, he's probably calling the shots somewhere. These are people that should have been in prison 20, 30 years ago. That's where you all went wrong. They flashed the cash and you said, sure, I'm in. Well, stay peaceful.